Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the coming-of-age drama mid-90s hitting store shelves, along with the horror film Hellfest, the Stephen King-inspired series Castle Rock Season 1 comes out as well. Plus, Scream Factory is releasing a Blu-ray edition of the Nicolas Cage film 8mm, and Shout Select is releasing a collector's edition of When Harry Met Sally, plus much, much more. So let's go in, see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in at Walmart here, and the first thing I am seeing is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of Hellfest for $24.96, the Blu-ray DVD and digital for $19.96, and the DVD for $14.96. Now, I got a chance to check this out on Amazon Prime. Now, if you guys have been seeing the channel long enough, you know how much I love horror movies. I'm a huge fan of them. One of my favorite genres. And I saw the trailer for this, and I really actually did like the trailer. I thought the trailer was actually really decent, and I really wanted to see it. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I wasn't really in love with this movie, guys. I like the concept. I like the idea of this sort of horror haunted house type of deal, all scary things going on, and there's a killer who's trying to stalk you and basically kill you. I like that idea. I just don't think the movie really was that good. I thought the kills were a little weak. I thought the characters, I really didn't care for much of the characters. I really just pretty much wanted them to be dead. The whole Horror Fest idea was actually done pretty well. I like that stuff in it. But other than that, I was just not a fan of this movie. I think there's better movies out there that have this sort of concept to it. Like, for instance, Bloodfest. Bloodfest is really good. If you guys haven't got a chance to see Bloodfest, definitely do it. Hellfest is not that great. I would sort of... Maybe if you're a big horror fan, this is a curiosity, but for me, it just wasn't scary. It wasn't effective. It's a lot of jump scares and not much else. It's a little bit weak of a horror movie. I think there was better stuff that came out in 2018 for horror. This is not one of them, unfortunately. Even though I think it had the potential to be, it just kind of failed. Not really my thing, guys. And then over here, I am seeing they have The Oath with Ike Barinholtz and Tiffany Haddish, the DVD for $14.96. Didn't hear about this one. Tiffany Haddish has been in a ton of stuff as of late, man. She's like blowing up big time. Huh. Oh. Okay, it could be a good comedy. I'm not really too sure, though, because, again, these sort of political comedies, some of them are really good, and others are kind of a little bit weak. I think Tiffany Haddish is a pretty funny lady. She's done some pretty funny stuff, but not sure about this one. I don't think this ever came to the theaters, though. Not too sure. Maybe it's good? I mean, John Cho was in it. I like John Cho. Maybe? Not too sure. Let me know what you guys think of The Oath. I'm a little kind of not sure about this one. Then over here they have Dragon Ball Super, the Blu-ray for $29.96 and the DVD for $27.96. Gotta admit, guys, I know nothing about any of this sort of Dragon Ball stuff here. I've never watched any Dragon Ball in my life. I don't know a damn thing about it. As I said to you guys before in previous ones, I'm not a really even big fan of the anime genre. I just haven't really gotten into it too much. I know it's very popular and people really love it, but I don't know. I never really was interested in it. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this one. Then over here I am seeing mid-90s, the DVD for $12.96 here. Now, me and Joe did a movie review on mid-90s. You can catch it on the movie review playlist. And you know what, guys? We really did enjoy this movie. It's pretty much a coming-of-age movie. It's about this young boy, about 12 or 13, who is trying to come into his own and make friends, and he makes friends with a bunch of these people in the skating community, and he, is experiencing things for the first time, and, friends and drugs and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. Really interesting type of movie. I liked it. I'm not really I liked it enough. I wasn't really in love with it, but I thought it was actually a really clever film. I did like it, and I thought the coming of age stuff was really good in it. It was not bad of a movie. There's been a lot of these type of movies that come out, mid-90s or 8th grade, something like that. It's a really good movie, and I think it has a lot to say, especially about the 90s culture and about growing up and everything. I think it's actually worth picking it up. Well, at least renting it, I think. But it is an interesting movie, directed by Jonah Hill, and that was wild for first time directing. Thought he did a pretty good job. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Mid-90s. Not bad, guys. Then the other thing over here I am seeing is Asher. The DVD for $12.96, the Blu-ray for $14.96. And I have not heard of Asher, but I love me some Ron Perlman. Some things get better with age. Damn right. Ah, man, I like Ron Perlman, man. What can I tell you? What is this about? That could be good. That could be good. And I gotta tell you guys, I love Ron Perlman, man. Ron Perlman is so underrated as an actor. Like, he's done so much wonderful work, and he's really just beyond underrated. You can't even believe it. I love his work so much. I haven't heard of this one, but I would give it a chance just based on Ron Perlman alone. If you guys have heard anything about Asher, definitely let me know. That could be really cool. Asher. Then the other thing I am seeing over here is they have The Great Battle, the DVD for $14.96, the Blu-ray for $16.96. Not sure about this one. A lot of these ones come out over the year. I think that a lot of these, like, old school type of films about, like, these great battles of back in the day, and I never know whether to pick up any of them or just, like, watch it if it's good or not. The Great Battle tells the story of the... See, I'm just not into these type of movies. Not that they're bad, I love Seven Samurai, 300, and Lord of the Rings, and it's a hybrid of all of them, somebody says. So, maybe? The cover doesn't grab me, but it's not... doesn't look terrible, I just don't know. If you guys know anything about The Great Battle, or recommend movies that are like this, let me know. Other than that, not much else over here. Let's see if Walmart's got anything else, guys. Alright guys, we are in this section over here, and they do have the Purge Season 1 that came out this week as well for $24.96, and Season 1 of Castle Rock for $19.96. Now, I didn't watch the full season because I don't have the USA Network. I don't have cable. Basically, I got rid of cable a while ago, guys. But I ended up watching the first episode of The Purge on Amazon Prime. Now, I do love the Purge movies, more or less. There's some that I like more than others, some not so much, but generally I like the concept of the Purge. I like the movies pretty much. And I was a little hesitant because at the end of the last Purge movie, they ended up, what happened was is that they ended up having this sort of promotional commercial for the TV show. And I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is going to be good or not. This has the potential to be a little much to do a TV show of The Purge. But it could have been interesting. I mean, the first episode, I will admit, I thought the first episode was just okay. You introduce a lot of characters who are going to be dealing with this one purge night, and over the course of 12 hours. It's an interesting concept. I like maybe where it's heading. I just don't know whether we needed a TV show with The Purge or not. You know what I mean? Like, the movies, fine. You can delve into it in a movie. You can get really bloody and gory and brutal in a movie, and you can really show the depravity of people for, you know, a night of purging. But on a TV budget, you know, where you gotta stick to rules, especially on the USA Network, I don't know whether it worked or not. If you guys watched all of season 1 of The Purge, definitely let me know. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like it'll be a cool show. But again, I watched the first episode and it was just okay. It didn't really delve into a lot of the stuff I really wanted The Purge to do. But then again, that's why I like the movies. Let me know. I mean, if it's worth it for me to continue watching past episode 1. Let me know. Maybe I'll rent more of the episodes on Amazon Prime if you guys think it's worth it. Definitely let me know. And then I am also seeing, like I said, Castle Rock season 1 here. I got a free trial of Hulu and watched the entire season of Castle Rock. I binged this motherfucker like big time. Oh, you know what? I will admit to you guys, I think that the commercials were really like this very mysterious show. A lot of Stephen King references. You know, J.J. Abrams is involved. The whole mystery box thing. I like the show. I think it's decent. It's a little slow, and I think it takes a while to sort of pick up, but once it gets going, it really does, and I really do enjoy the characters a lot in this. I think the characters are really interesting people. I like the dynamic between them. I like the history, and the history sort of slowly unfolds over the course of the season, the relationship to one another, the past, why they're acting certain ways. At the end of the season, I really was sort of intrigued to see where it goes next. I am intrigued about it. I do like it. There's a crap ton of Stephen King references in here. I caught a few of them, but there's a shitload more. You guys probably caught way more than I did. But I do generally think that the show is worth it, though. I think it's worth it. I do like it. I'm interested to see where they go with a second season. I think that now that sort of the training wheels are off, you can get really weird and really bizarre. And they kind of were going there a little bit at the end of the first season, but they were kind of holding back. I think now that it's off, you can really go ahead and do it, man. But yeah, for the most part, I do definitely think it's worth it. And if you're a Stephen King fan, yeah, this is one that's worth checking out, I think. Yeah, I definitely would say give it a chance, guys. That's all that I'm seeing in this section. Let's see what else Walmart's got. Alright guys, we are in this section here of Walmart, and the only thing over here that I'm seeing that's worth talking about is Death House right here, the DVD for $9.96. Now, I ended up watching this on Amazon Prime a while back, and this movie is being promoted big time as sort of the Expendables of horror. In fact, it's right there, dubbed by fans as being the Expendables of horror. You can see it's got a lot of horror actors in here, a ton of horror actors and actresses, a ton of them, a shitload, guys. But here's the problem, it's not that good of a movie. Yeah, So this movie is basically about this prison where all of these really terrible human beings live and are imprisoned, and there's a whole sub-level where these even worse people live and are sort of deemed as, almost like gods and entities, and these FBI agents come in here to look at the facility and I guess evaluate it or something. And I just did not care for this movie, guys. It's very cheap. It's not that well made of a movie. It's not even that scary of a film. It's very lackluster. The scares are just lame. The kills are not that great. The makeup effects, the CGI, everything is just really bad in this movie. And it's really unfortunate because a hell of a lot of great actors are in here. But even worse is that the director a couple years ago went to the horror convention that I go to, and he was doing a panel, and basically he was like, horror movies nowadays are terrible, they don't give you what you want, and this movie is going to be the best thing ever, and we're going to give the fans what they want, and we're gonna reignite the horror genre. And he was all over that, guys. And I'm sorry, if you say that, you have to back up your shit. And this guy did not back up his shit, guys. This is not a really good movie. And the other problem is when you have a lot of these actors in this movie, they're not given much to do. Like, there's not much screen time for a lot of these actors. They're not given anything to chew on. They're not really serviced well in the story. It's a real shame because with this kind of star power in this type of film, it really should have been amazing, and it was just lackluster, guys. I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is a major skip. If you're a fan of the horror genre like I am, maybe it's a curiosity to watch based on all the people involved. But I think for the most part, you're going to be really disappointed with Death House. I know I was, guys. I was really disappointed. It really, really just let me down in a big, bad way. And yeah, a lot of these actors are really great in horror films, much better ones than these. This one, yeah, skip it. Big time skip it. It's unfortunate because it could have been amazing, but it ends up being, I think, one of the most lackluster horror efforts in a long while, guys. Yeah, very disappointed in this one. Other than that, that does it for this section. Let's see if Walmart has anything else to show us. Alright guys, we are in this section and they have this movies with love area for Valentine's Day. A lot of really interesting type of movies here. They have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. They have this 5-film collection of Nicholas Sparks films. Not a big fan of Nicholas Sparks movies. I mean, everybody loves The Notebook, but I really like Message in a Bottle. If you guys have never checked that out with Kevin Costner, definitely do that. That's actually a really good movie. I really do like that one a lot. They have that. They have this 3-movie collection, The Words, The Vow, and Dear John. Out of this one, the only one I like is actually The Vow. I think that's a really good movie. I like that one a lot. They have another Nicholas Sparks one. Jeez, boy, he's all over the place. Best of Me, The Longest Ride, and Safe Haven. Not a fan of any of those, to be honest with you. They also have 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Darker. For Valentine's Day, for the love of your life, they would probably dump you over this, guys. Not gonna lie. They have that. They have 50 Shades Darker right here. They have Book Club, which is really good. I like that one a lot. The Mountain Between Us. Not bad of a movie. Whoop. Pretty sure this is not supposed to be in this section. Okay. They have Fried Green Tomatoes. Interestingly, with this slipcover right here, guys, if I remember correctly, when 50 Shades Freed came out, they promoted it with like these movies with like these slipcovers that looked like almost like a 50 Shades cover with like the white lettering and the black background. Really weird for stuff like Fried Green Tomatoes. It's a great movie though, one of my mother's favorite movies. My mother also loves The Mask here. Great Cher movies. Sam Elliott is awesome, still with that really kick-ass stash. Eric Stoltz is great in the lead role here. Yeah, really great movie. Love The Mask. Forever My Girl. Coal Miner's Daughter with Sissy Spacek. Great movie. Great old school movie. Again, another type of 50 Shades cover for Coal Miner's Daughter. Really odd. Huh. The Lost Valentine with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Betty White. Betty White made this a Hallmark like Valentine's Day movie? Color me surprised. I love Betty White. She's done it all. What can I tell you? That's interesting. The Greatest Showman, 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Freed, The Titanic. Really great movie. Love The Titanic. It's still a great movie, man. Still love that movie. Sound of Music, Phantom of the Opera, Gone with the Wind, Silver Linings Playbook, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Great movie with Martin Lawrence. Love that movie. Love and Basketball is another really great one. West Side Story, Burlesque, Dirty Dancing. Oh yeah, man. One of my mother's favorite movies. This was on heavy rotation when I was a kid on VHS, man. This was heavy rotation. Wow, man. Love that movie. Well, I was forced to love it. What can I tell you? Cocktail, Smokey and the Bandit. Another like 50 Shades type of slipcover. Really weird for Smokey and the Bandit. Great movie, though. Great movie. Love that movie. Burt Reynolds classic. Bad Moms, Step Up, 10 Things I Hate About You. Great fucking movie with Heath Ledger. Man, rip Heath Ledger. He was awesome. This is a great fucking movie. If you haven't gotten the chance, watch that. Twilight New Moon. Twilight New Moon and Eclipse. Pass. Huntsman Winter's War with another like 50 Shades type of slipcover. Really weird there. Wild, another triple feature. And Tammy and the Bachelor, Tammy Tell Me True, and Tammy and the Doctor. I have never heard of any of these movies. Debbie Reynolds, Sandra Dee, Peter Fonda. Never heard of any of this stuff. That is very interesting. I never have at all. Is it good? Let me know if you guys know anything about these three. Other than that, really interesting section if you're in the mood with your significant other for a movie for Valentine's Day. Well, Walmart has your pick of the litter right here, guys. All right, let's head out. Not really a bad week for releases here at Walmart. No exclusives, but not sure this was the week for exclusives. I think maybe more towards next week is something more exclusive like. I don't think this week we were ever going to get that, but I did actually like the selection. I thought there was a lot to show off here, whether we were talking about new releases or that Valentine's Day display. There was actually some decent stuff here at Walmart as usual. They usually don't disappoint. There's usually something to check out here at Walmart, and this week was no exception yet again, guys. So it may be a little bit of a slower release week. There is a few interesting things, but nothing really too huge and major. So we'll sort of check out what else they got at the other stores. Hopefully some good selection, just like Walmart. All right, guys, let's head out. All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. Now, again, this is not like a huge release week. It's a little bit better than last week, a little bit more selection compared to last week, which didn't have a lot. I think this has a little bit more. But going into Target doesn't always mean we're going to get the same selection as we do over at Walmart. Usually it's very different, a lot less. You know, a lot of you have talked to me on the comment sections about how there's not a lot of really great selection anymore at Target, that they've basically abandoned a lot of physical media, that it's no longer worth it to go in there. Look, I get it. I understand it. I agree 100% with you guys. However, I am still an optimist in some way. I still like going into Target. They still have some decent stuff to show off from time to time. And on the occasion, they do have some exclusives to show off as well. So I like to still give them a chance and go in, even though I don't really ever expect a lot anymore from Target. I still try to give them a chance every single week, guys. So if you're up for it, let's head into Target and see what they got, guys. Let's go in. All right, guys, we are in at Target here, and the first thing I am seeing is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of Hellfest for $24.99, the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital for $19.99, and the DVD for $14.99 here. And, oh, you know, I will admit this, it's R-rated, but you don't really get a lot of really great gore and blood, I think, the way that you would in other stuff. I mean, again, watch something like Bloodfest, guys. I'm telling you, Bloodfest blows this right out of the water. I mean, it really, honestly does. Other than that, it's okay. I will say this, you don't ever find out the identity of the killer, and at the end of the movie, I don't know if it sets up for a sequel, but I think that they almost are kind of like hinting at that if it was successful, it would have been. And I think it made a decent chunk of change, but I don't know if we're ever going to get a sequel to this, guys. I probably would never really be interested in checking it out. Again, it was a decent movie, but I've seen much better stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that comes straight to like DVD that is much better than this. For some reason, I find that the independent horror stuff is a little bit better than the big budget stuff. That's not always the case, but it feels to me like last year, the independent stuff was much better. I mean, let me know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. Then over here, I am seeing they have mid-90s, the Blu-ray for $14.99 here. Ooh, again, really great coming-of-age drama. As I said, directed by Jonah Hill, and this is a passion project because he worked on this for 4 years, man. It's basically a lot of his childhood stuff, basically stuff about, you know, the skateboarding, and a lot of the experiences are from his life or his friends' lives. Really interesting stuff here. And the movie has a lot of influences, like Larry Clark. The movie definitely feels almost like it's straight out of like Kids, like that movie Kids from Larry Clark. A big influence on this movie, big time. And the movie has other influences like Lords of Dogtown. Like you can definitely feel the influence of Lords of Dogtown on there as well. Yeah, a lot of really interesting stuff in here. Like I said, I definitely did enjoy it. I think Jonah Hill did a good job directing this. It's his first time directing, so there's a few, like, you know, rookie mistakes, but I would like to see what Jonah Hill does next. I actually had a good time watching this one, guys. Not bad at all. Then, over here, I am seeing they have The Oath, the DVD for $12.99 here. And is it just me, or is, like, Tiffany Haddish everywhere, man? She is doing a ton of stuff, man. My God, Tiffany Haddish is all over the place. I mean, she is, I think, like, the past, like, 6 months, I think I've seen her in, like, 4 or 5 films. Like, my God, man, she is all over the place. You know, give her credit. I mean, she's trying to get out there. The movie looks okay. Doesn't look great. I do like Ike Barinholtz in Blockers. I think he was great in Blockers. Maybe it's good. Definitely let me know what you guys think if you've seen it. Then, oh, they do have Bad Times at the El Royale. Remember last week they completely didn't have Bad Times at the El Royale? Well, at least this week they have it. They're like a week behind. But, yeah, so at least they have this film, guys. Definitely check it out if you have not given it a chance. Very, very good. And Jeff Bridges actually, at the Golden Globes, I think he got like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Very well deserved, man. This guy's career is amazing. He's done so much wonderful work. You know what, man? Well worth it. Yeah, he deserves it big time. Definitely check it out. He's awesome in the movie. Then, Here, oh, okay. We got the DVD of The Purge Season 1 for 22.99 here. I heard that they're making another Purge film. I heard it's supposed to be the last one, or they're thinking about doing it or something. I got to admit to you guys, I think the well is dry when it comes to the Purge. I just do. That first Purge didn't knock my socks off. That second one I really liked. The third one I actually really enjoyed. And the fourth one felt a little weak to me. But with this and then the show, there's not much more you can do with the Purge, I don't think. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, let me know, but sometimes you look at a series and you're just like, there's nothing left to do. And The Purge is one of them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. But as I said, I did think the first episode was okay. I think it could get better, but I want to know before I delve into it more. So definitely let me know, guys. Then over here, I'm seeing they have the DVD of season 1 of Castle Rock for $17.99 and the Blu-ray digital for $22.99 here. Oh, and you know what? I will admit, man, the acting is phenomenal here, especially Bill Skarsgård. Now, if you guys don't offhand remember Bill Skarsgård, well, you should, because he was Pennywise in the remake of It. Fucking hit it out of the park. He also had a small role in Atomic Blonde, which I really liked him in as well. He is really great in this show, guys. He is really fantastic. And as I was watching it, I was thinking, like, why is he so goddamn creepy? And I think the reason why is the eyes. It's all about the eyes, guys. I mean, it's just creepiness the way he looks at people. But man, I mean, he's really good in it. Scott Glenn is really awesome in this show as well. Sissy Spacek, which I hadn't seen in something in a while, she is awesome in the movie as well. I mean, the show, I should say. It is very good, man. If you were on the fence, I would say give it a chance because, as I said, it's a little rocky of a start, a little slow, but towards the end of the season, man, I think it really picks up. And I definitely am interested to see where they go with the next season. Hope it's pretty crazy and wild. I will say that much. Other than that, guys, that does it. At least we got more here than last week, and that's an improvement. All right, guys, let's head out. All right, man, this is much better than last week. Trust me, last week was like really down on the dumps and bad. You know what? I will say this though. This is not the first Target that I went to today. I actually went to a Target before this, and they had nothing out whatsoever. And when I mean they had nothing out, they had no new releases out whatsoever. So I took the gamble to come to this Target, and thankfully I was not disappointed. It seems to me that no matter what Target you go to, it's like a gamble, right? Like, you never know what you're gonna get. Like, you go to one Target and they have stuff out, and you go to the next Target and then they don't have stuff out, and you're kind of like, what am I gonna get this week? That's generally what it is. But I will say this much, guys. I was glad they had more releases, they had more selection, they had a lot of the same stuff as Walmart, so I will say that they did up their game at least this week, so I am happy with Target. And we're not going to get this kind of Target every week, guys. We're going to get like last week's Target really bad, but that's just a gamble you're going to take with Target, man. Some weeks are better than others, and you just got to go with it, and that's what I'm going to do, man. 2019, just going to go with it with Target. Alright, guys, let's head to our third and final location and check out all the goodies that they got there. Let's head out. Alright, guys, so actually not a bad out and about so far. Much better selection than I actually thought we were really going to get this week from actually both the stores so far. And now the final test comes with going to one more location, and that is none other than Best Buy, baby. So let's go in and see what they got. Old reliable Best Buy is usually always good, so let's check out what they got maybe an exclusive or two. Not quite sure this week, but let's check it out. Find out what Best Buy's got, guys. Alright guys, we are in at Best Buy here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have Hellfest, the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital for $19.99, and the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital for $24.99 here. And this movie's got Tony Todd in it for just a very brief cameo. And you know what really pisses me off, man, being a horror fan like I am, and maybe it's just me, but I'm sick and tired of these movies. They give these horror legends like Tony Todd or Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, all these people, they give them a small cameo role to try to give them credibility in the horror community. Oh hey, we got Tony Todd in here, and Tony Todd only shows up for a brief moment or something. Really pisses me off, man, because Tony Todd is so good, and I love Tony Todd so damn much, man. I've met him at horror conventions. Fucking awesome dude, really relatable. But give him something to do, dude. These horror movies, they just use these horror celebrities for bait for people to watch these movies. And there's other movies you can watch Tony Todd in where he actually has something to do in it. Hellfest, not so much. And like I said, it's not really all that great of a horror movie. The kills are just okay. There's been better kills in other movies. The only thing going for this is actually the ride itself. The whole, haunted house kind of thing. That's cool, but beyond that, it's a really skip for me, guys. I do like the cover, though. The cover's pretty cool. And you get here Thrills and Kills, Making Hellfest, and theatrical trailer. That's it. Not really much here. And for $19.99 and $24.99 respectively, I would probably skip it, guys. That's what I'd probably do. Then I'm seeing over here they have mid-90s, the Blu-ray and digital for $17.99 right here. And again, man, I really do enjoy this movie. And you know what? I'm honestly a child of the 90s. I mean, yeah, I was born in the 80s, but most of my growing up was in the 90s. So I related to a lot of this stuff. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't relate to the drug use or the drinking or all that jazz, but I really did like what this movie had to say. And like I said, the skateboarding is cool, the performances are cool. It's a really good coming of age kind of film, and I would honestly say give it a chance and check it out, guys. It is pretty decent. And if you're a fan of Lords of Dogtown or Larry Clark's Kids, stuff like that from back in the day, this is probably well worth it. Doesn't compete with those movies. Those movies are better, but this is a pretty good slice of those type of movies. And you get deleted scenes and a commentary by Jonah Hill, a cinematographer. Very cool. I'm glad they did a commentary on here. I would love to hear his thoughts. In interviews, he seems to really go for this movie and really love talking about it, so I would be interested to hear his thoughts. Then over here I'm seeing the Blu-ray digital of An Evening with Beverly Loughlin. I have no idea what this movie is about. For $16.99. Aubrey Plaza, Jermaine Clement, Emile Hirsch, Craig Robinson. What is this movie about, guys? Huh. Why haven't we seen this movie anywhere else? This is weird of a movie, guys. Wow. I swear to God, I've never heard of this. I don't think this ever came to theaters, because I would have heard about it. I love the art on the Blu-ray. I love Craig Robinson. Think he's a funny guy. Emile Hirsch, good actor. Jermaine Clement. Aubrey Plaza's good. I like her in a lot of stuff. She's been good. Have you ever seen her in interviews, guys? She's done interviews. She is one weird chick. But, I guess I don't mind weird. But just very odd of an actress. But, yeah. I don't know anything about this. This is completely blind for me. I know nothing. If you guys know anything about An Evening with Beverly Loughlin, let me know. Looks very, very cool, actually. Other than that does it for this section of Best Buy. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright guys, we are in this section of Best Buy here, and the only other thing I'm seeing here is they have the Blu-ray digital of Castle Rock for $22.99. And earlier in the video, I was talking to you guys about how now that, the training wheels are off, they can get a little bit more weirder and bizarre in the show. And what I meant by that is, if you guys remember the first season of Lost or the first season of X-Files, like they didn't really, I mean, they got a little weird. They hinted at a lot of stuff, but they really didn't go there until the later seasons when they knew they were going to get renewed. They knew that they had the fan support behind them. So they were like, you know what? We're now just going to get crazy. We're going to introduce weird and bizarre and out there stuff. And hopefully it works. Hopefully it works and hopefully it makes sense. And I mean, like I said, the end of the season hints at a lot of very weird and out there science fiction. It hints at like other dimensions and places. Like I said, I won't spoil it, but it really sort of hints at a lot of very weird science fiction. And you know what? For me, I'm a guy that loves weird. I love shows really getting into the bizarre and the odd. Like I said, I love Lost, and when it got really freaky and weird, that's when I was really loving it. Same with the X-Files. So for me, it's like the second season is like something I'm really looking forward to and really see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, give it a chance, guys. It's like I said, a slow burn, but I think it's a slow burn that really gets more interesting the more you watch. And like I said, I binge watched this thing, and I think like I binge watched like 5 or 6 episodes like right in a row. I was like, I wanted to know more. It's that good. I really do enjoy it a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking more Castle Rock out, guys. And you got two all-new featurettes, Castle Rock, Blood on the Page, and Clockwork of Horror, inside the episode featurettes on each episode as well. I will say this, guys, I'm not always the biggest fan of Stephen King. I'm not always the biggest fan of every adaptation of Stephen King's work. Some are a little bit more odd than others, and I'm not always the biggest fan. I think sometimes filmmakers don't always get Stephen King right, but I think this show does, guys. I think it does, and it's definitely worth giving a chance to. Other than that, guys, that does it for Best Buy. Not bad selection this week. All right, let's head out. Not a bad release week here at Best Buy. It's a little slow and there's not a lot to show, but I kind of knew that, guys, that we weren't really going to get a lot to show off this week. I think we're kind of easing back into the new releases for 2019. We've had a couple of slower weeks. I think we're slowly picking everything back up again. So overall, I mean, I'm happy with all of the stores. I didn't think we were going to get much selection this week, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. So the fact that we got a pretty decent amount at every store, I was actually really happy and surprised by. So overall, you know what? I'm actually happy with this week. I'm happy with what I got to see. And I know that we're going to get a lot of really great stuff the upcoming weeks. So I don't worry about it, guys. I know we got some good selection coming up. We got some great selection this week overall. Yeah, that's all I can ask for, guys. Trust me, these stores, sometimes you never know what you're going to get for physical media store to store. But when you have a decent amount, I'm always happy, guys. All right, not bad so far this week. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get, but it's always worth it no matter what you do. The out and abouts are great, guys. So let's head home and finish the video. Alright everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And like I said in the video, there's not a lot to show off this week, but it is better than last week. Last week didn't have a lot of releases. This week has a little bit more, and next week we'll have more. So I feel like we're kind of ramping back up again with the physical media coming out. We hit like a big high in December, and then we had like a big low, and sort of we're building back up again. I mean, you guys know it at this point. Some weeks are going to be better than others. We're not going to have like big, huge, gigantic release weeks every single week. But that being said, I still really love doing these videos no matter what we get to see every week, because I just love going out and doing this stuff. I love, checking out the media. It doesn't matter whether there's 2 new releases this week or, like 10. I'm really just out there checking out the media and just doing my thing, and I love doing it. So for me, man, it's a pleasure no matter what gets released. But definitely let me know what you guys picked up this week. There isn't really much, but if you're a fan of some of these movies, then hey, there's not bad deals out there. So definitely pick something up. Definitely let me know what you got. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't pick up anything this week. There wasn't anything new that came out that I was really interested in, but I do have stuff that is getting shipped out to me as we speak. None of it is actually in my physical hands at this point, but I do have stuff that's coming to me that is in the mail. I am tracking it. So I hopefully will get that soon and I can show you guys what I got. But yeah, I mean, I've pre-ordered a lot of stuff from a lot of these independent studios. Scream Factory and a few other places like Code Red and Severin and a few other things. So just put it out there. I am getting stuff from these companies. But you guys will not find out exactly what I picked up until my Blu-ray pickups video, which will drop at the beginning of next month. It will show off all of the releases that I got for the month of January. And I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting for January, and it's a pretty diverse list of stuff that I'm getting, man. Like some really interesting titles to talk about. A lot of like old school stuff from the 80s, stuff from the 90s. Just a really wild just bunch of releases. And so I'm really actually excited to check some of this stuff out, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I'll be getting because man, I think it's going to be a really good pickups. I think it's going to be really good for January. Usually January is a little bit slower, but I think this month there's going to be some really great stuff to show off. So definitely stay tuned to that video, guys. And I hope you liked the out and about here. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Tuesday out and about videos I do for the channel. Check out the Blu-ray pickup videos. Check out the theatrical movie reviews I do with my friends every single week. I love talking about movies, and I love putting our opinions out there, whether it's doing a physical media out and about, or whether it's doing a movie review talking about, a particular film. We always have fun really talking about movies. It's a passion, it's a love, and if you guys love what I do and love the stuff on the channel, then definitely hit subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. I love my subscribers. They're some of the best subscribers. I love the comments. I love the support. And if you love what I do, definitely come on board and keep up to date with all that I'm doing. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, FilmFan108. Keep up to date with all of the videos that I post, plus some special stuff I do on occasion for physical media. For social media, well, as well. All right, guys. I will see you back next time for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video, guys. Take care this week. Happy hunting. And I'll see you again. Take care, guys.